Hello YouTube, it's Monique. I hope this video is finding you well. It is Friday, July 11th, 2014. It's been an awesome day here in the Greater Toronto area. We've had some nice sunny weather this week. So yesterday I had a first tips, we call it Tipsy Thursday, or I'm calling it Tipsy Thursday, where I invited my coworkers out for a drink. I invited a whole bunch of folks, and 3 people showed up, so moderate success. I had a small glass of wine and some nacho chips and a chicken wing and 3 shrimp. So overall, not a bad thing, but probably an area of opportunity for me to plan better as to what I'm going to eat when I go to Tipsy Thursday the next time it comes around. So enough of that silliness. Let's get right down to the numbers. So this is my 2-month surgeversary video. Yay, month 2! And I am currently at 193.9. Which is a 0.5 loss from the last time I spoke to you, and a 24.1 total loss. I'm going to take that 0.5, I'm going to take it and run, because frankly I didn't earn that 0.5, and I'll tell you why a little bit later. But just some numbers for where we are. So month 1, I lost 11.5. Month 2, I'm down 4.4. I've also had my first fill this month, and I've had a few struggles. So that's where it's at. Have you ever had one of those days? One of those days where stuff just spirals, and you can feel it. You feel yourself just sliding deeper and deeper and deeper into that abyss, yet you can't get out of it, or you just don't know how to stop it. It's that, that oh no second. When you free fall, you trip over the sidewalk, and in your head you're going, oh no, but really, in reality, it's a microsecond, but in your brain it's like, oh no. Your life goes in slow motion for that microsecond where you just think, everyone's watching you, the world's coming to a stop. Tuesday was one of those days for me. I did not go grocery shopping. So, preparedness problem number 1. So I didn't have my usual breakfast. I thought, no problem, I'll just grab something on the way, because that's the smart thing to do. Went to McDonald's. Bad decision number 2. Had a egg McMuffin, which I have had before. Usually I get it no meat, but bad mistake number 3. I got bacon on it. And I went to work, ate the whole egg McMuffin, which I usually don't. Usually I only eat half the bread or half the muffin or a quarter of the muffin, and I just eat the egg part and the cheese. I ate the whole thing. And then I went to a staff meeting, and in that staff meeting I had a small sugar pie tart. Okay, well, not so bad, still recoverable. Ate my usual lunch, which I had pre-packed. So, and I didn't have the sugar pie until after I had my pre-packed lunch. So at least I made the attempt to stay on track. And then, continued on my day, ate my usual, I believe for dinner. Actually, I can't really remember because I didn't write it down. But then cake. I had to have cake. So we went for our walk downtown. I wanted a cupcake. The cupcake places were closed. So then I went to another place and got a slice of cake, red velvet cake, one of my favorites. Ate mostly just the frosting because that's really what I wanted. And my boyfriend ate some of the cake part, but really it was mostly me. We didn't eat the whole thing, so we did throw some out, which I can call it a small victory. But really, the whole thing the slide started with not having my usual breakfast items. So lesson learned. The next, actually that very night after we finished our walk, I booted myself over to the store, got my little, I love little pre-made cottage cheese, the Nordica on the go. So I got some of those, and I bought some pears because that's usually something that I enjoy eating for breakfast. So from then on, I've been very diligent at making sure my breakfast is packed. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I did better on the breakfast items. Thursday, obviously, I went out for Tipsy Thursday, so that wasn't too good. And we had a meeting, and during that meeting, there was these croissants that everybody was raving about. I had my mistake there was not bringing my usual snack with me. I should have brought it to the meeting. I didn't. I was feeling rushed. I was feeling stressed. And frankly, I think a lot of my overeating this week was related to the stress I had at work. So unexpectedly, I got pulled into 3 days of training, and rather than try to renegotiate my timelines on the items that I had committed to, I tried to pull through. So I did some 10, 12-hour days, maybe a little longer, to work home at night. So I'm happy with the 0.5. Okay, let's call it that. Let's call it's done. And that's all we're going to talk about there. On a more happy note, I am 46 days into my 10,000 step challenge. So that means I have done 460,000 steps. So I am 4 days away from 500,000, and I didn't even count today. So tomorrow, or after I finish my walk today, I will be 3 days away from 500,000 steps, and obviously 53 days away from 1,000,000 steps, which is, I've decided to make that a goal. I think that's kind of cool to say, hey, I walked 1,000,000 steps. Sometimes I walk a little more, sometimes I walk a little less, but sometimes I always hit at least 10,000. I'm only counting the 10,000. So if I hit 12 or 15, there's a couple of 15,000 step days. I'm only counting the 10,000s just because I want 100 days in a row. So that's my goal, 100 days in a row. You heard it first here on YouTube. We're going to get there. So woohoo, NSV there. Another NSV is I took my measurements today, and I'm down another 3.1 inches, so a total of 6.4 inches. Top runner on the measurements, number one loser is my hips again. Yay, congratulations to my hips, down 1 inch, and a close second is my waist, 0.7, so way to go. We'll see who comes in first next time. A couple of NSVs. I wore a dress, one of my favorite dresses. This is a dress that I saw in the store and went and purchased it. I squeezed into it before, and I put it on Wednesday for Dress Like a Girl Day, because every Wednesday I try to wear a dress just for fun, just to break up the week. So Dress Like a Girl Day, my favorite dress. And it fit really nicely. I got a lot of compliments on it. I felt awesome in it. I wore high heels for the first time in a really long time, and then of course the construction crew tore up my driveway, so then I had to walk through construction rubble in 3-inch heels. It worked. I didn't kill myself. I count that as a victory. Yes, and then another funny little NSV is that I have a dog leash, a flexi leash for my dog, and I remember when I bought it, I thought, who the heck, whose hand fits in this little tiny hole? I don't know, it must be made for some kind of Martian, or maybe a midget, little people, sorry, or something along those lines, gnomes, fairies. But I didn't think any human hand would fit in there. Well, guess what? I'm walking along, and I hold the leash up like this, and it just slides right onto my hand, and I kind of looked at it and went, well, that just seems a little strange, but then I was like, hey, it fits on my left hand. Now, of course, it doesn't fit on my right hand because I'm right dominant, and my right hand's a little bit bigger than my left. But I thought that was really neat that, does my hand look skinny to you? So that was a fun little NSV. I want to give a shout out to my friend Nina. Hey Nina, congratulations on your first Bella. If you don't follow Nina's channel, you should. So go check her out. She'll be listed in my channel list because I follow her and I watch her videos. She's awesome. And a Bella is 26 pounds. That's a friend's dog. And so we celebrate every 26 pounds, and she hit her first Bella this week. So congrats, Nina. That's awesome. Keep up the great work. So I think that's about all I wanted to talk about today, but I will give you the monthly body shot because, you know, that's what we're supposed to do. I want to point out these pants are the pants I wore the day of surgery, and yes, they are big, but they are my favorite Roots track pants, and I have not. If you don't know Roots, they're a Canadian brand. I just haven't gotten around to buying the next smaller size. I'm actually thinking about waiting until I'm a following smaller size. So these are extra large. I'm actually going to try to go right to the mediums rather than buy the largest, just because I want a little bit of a challenge. So here we go. This is the front, and here is the side, the back, and then the other side. So this is me at 193.9, so I'm 3.9 pounds away from my next decade, and my commitment is to be down at least at 3.9 pounds, so I want to be in the 180s by the time I do my monthly video. So my phone's ringing, so it's time for me to get going. I do have to give my dog a walk too, so you know, there's a lot of stuff to do. It's a great summer day. If you guys aren't out and enjoying it, maybe you should. So with that, I'm just gonna say you should really be as kind to yourself as you are to other people, and have a wonderful weekend. Bye, YouTube. Love you.